Hey there, lovelies. Welcome to Tea Time with Ty. It's me, daughter of the Most High. Brace yourself, because this tea might just transform your life. Hey there, lovelies. Welcome to the reading chair, and welcome to another segment of Tea Time with Ty. And it's me, Ty, aka God's daughter, because I am God's daughter. And today, guys, we're going to be reading another segment from my book, Spilling My Tea. And please excuse my voice, guys. I know there's a little catch in it, but I'm working on it. Hopefully the tea is going to help clear that up. But this segment is going to be on my infidelities during my marriage. Like I said before, I was not without fault, not even by a long shot. So I want to read this and then we're going to discuss. So without further ado, guys, let's get started. So after my near-death experience with Mr. Love, I had moved out of my townhome, which I only lived in for about 5 months or so, and into an apartment down the street. I guess you can say that I fell into a depression. I mean, it wasn't the kind of depression where I stayed in bed and cried all day. Who can afford that, right? I still got up every morning and took my children to school and went to work with a smile on my face. But on the inside, there was this gnawing sadness. I felt defeated, helpless. I felt like I failed myself and my children. Not just with what was going on with Mr. Love, but with my job. I was failing at providing for my children. I had hit the ground running when I first was hired as an insurance agent, got a couple of nice checks, but then it stopped. I was having little checks trickle in here and there, but not enough to cover bills. I was barely making it. It was by the grace of God and his mercy that got me through. I would somehow still manage to feed my children 3 meals a day and snacks in between, even if I got the food from a 99-cent store, which majority of the time I did. I started talking to other men and entertaining them. I figured, why not? I'm not with Mr. Love anymore and not going to be. Look at what he's done to me. I didn't want to get involved in a serious relationship. I just wanted the pain to go away, to feel wanted, not to feel sad. At first, I began talking to this married man. I know, sounds horrible, and trust me, I regret it with every fiber of my being. But at this time, I was broken, immature, and couldn't care less. I would sneak off and meet this guy and we would eat and chat. I never wanted him to leave his wife or anything because I didn't want that responsibility. I just wanted to have fun and laugh and chill, and he was giving it to me. I realized that those were only temporary feelings. When I got home, I would still be depressed, sad, hurt, even more so because of the conviction that I was going through from what I was doing. This carried on for about 2 months or so, maybe even longer. I had convinced myself that it was done to me, so why would I protect someone else? I was allowing my feelings to take control and being very dismissive of my God. When I began to calm down and reality hit me, I logically thought about what I was doing and from a spiritual standpoint. So I cut it off. Okay, guys. So as I stated in the story, I, talked to this man for about 2 to 3 months. And yeah, I didn't feel bad. This is probably one of the most selfish things that I've done in my life. But at that time, all I could think of is I'm tired. I'm tired of going through. I'm tired of being in pain. I wanted to be for a change on this side of the pain. I wanted to make sure that I held the power. If I want to walk away, I can walk away. If I want to talk to you, I can talk to you. If I don't want to fool with you in that moment, I don't have to fool with you. I had the power, right? No, wrong. Because at the end of the day, this guy, he would get what he wanted from me. And then he would go home to his wife and get what he wanted from his wife. Telling his wife that he was at work or handling business when he was really with me. And there's no telling how many other women that he was doing this with outside of me. But silly me, silly woman, I thought I had the power. And a lot of the times, that's how we get. As women, we get so broken. We get so down on ourselves. And we don't know who we are. So we allow ourselves to be reduced to the side piece, thinking that you hold the power. I don't have to worry about him coming home to me. I don't have to worry about him stressing me out. I don't have to worry about that. That's for the wife to handle, honey. I don't have to worry about that. But really and truly, you're losing. You're still weak-minded. You're still fragile. You're still broken. You're still hurt. And hurt people hurt people. That, like I said, was probably the most selfish thing that I've ever done, because it could have broken up him and his wife. It could have impacted my children in a negative manner, because during the time that I was with him, I wasn't with my children. I took away time that I could have been spending with the 3 angels that God blessed me with, that he trusted me with, to spend with a man that didn't even belong to me, because I wanted to massage my feelings, my emotions. And not only that, it was temporary. It wasn't even something that was, it wasn't even an investment. I wasn't even going to receive an ROI on what I was doing. You see what I'm saying? So let's talk about that. So have you ever, right? Have you ever been in a situation such as this? Have you, ladies, we love to look at side pieces and say, ew, she disgusts me. I could never. I would never. We love to look at them and turn up our nose at them. Like, ooh, she's messing with him. She messing with that man, knowing that he belongs to her. Like, we love to do that. But let's be honest. Have you ever been on that side of it? Have you ever messed with a married man? Whether you were married or whether you were not married. If you have, what did it benefit you? How did you pay for it? What about you, men? Have you ever messed with a married woman? Because I know all of the men that I messed with was messing with one, right? You know, clearly they were messing with one. I was married, and men don't care. Like, I think that when a woman is vulnerable, even me committing adultery and not messing with someone else that was married, but just me messing with someone that was not married, knowing that they know that I'm married and them be okay with that, that's still wrong, because this person doesn't care about you. This person, if they care, they would not be entertaining you as a married individual. You know, like, I don't think anyone who is operating in these types of situations are going off of their feelings. What do I want in this moment? And women cheat emotionally before we cheat physically. We don't go out and talk to a man just because we want to, you know, have sex. We don't do that. We just don't. We barely want to have sex with our husbands half the time. So we don't go and talk to men off the strength of we want to have sex. We want something physical. It's always emotional. Either you got a daddy issue or you got a husband issue. You got a boyfriend issue. It's something that you're dealing with that you feel like there is a void that needs to be filled, that this man could fill that void. It's something that is going on. And once we are honest with ourselves, we will not only stop hurting other people, because the whole reasoning behind thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not commit fornication, is because if you're doing that, you are hurting somebody. You are hurting yourself and you're hurting someone else in the long run. But if we start really realizing who we are, our true identity, our God-given identity, then we will not reduce ourselves. We won't hold these types of characteristics. We will not identify ourselves as such beings. We won't. We will not only respect ourselves, but we will respect each other. And that's what I had to do. I had to put this situation down. Once I really thought about it, and nobody knew about this except for me, the guy, God, and I mentioned it to my sister once. I mentioned it to her, and she told me, no, that's not right. You shouldn't be messing with this man. He's married. That's not right. And I didn't mention it to her again because I still wanted to do what I still wanted to do until I felt like I didn't want to do it anymore. And so when I really began to understand, like, what are you doing, Ty? How is this benefiting you? You're investing all of this time into this man that you will never get back. You're not going to have a return on your investment unless it is a negative. Like, you have to really start, thinking with logic, not with your feelings. I had to really get out my feelings. In spite of what I felt that I was entitled to as a result of what I had gone through. I was absolutely wrong. And once I got out of that place and I cut it off with that guy, and I got myself back in alignment with God, the depression fell off. The sadness fell off. The peace rose up. The joy came in. Everything started to fall in line and in place for me and my children, which would have never happened had I not given up something that wasn't even mine to begin with. So I just want to encourage somebody today, because I know that there's still people out there that messes with married men and married women. Heck, you may be besties with the person, whose wife you're messing with or husband you're messing with. Stop it. Stop it. I've been there, done that, and it's not worth it. To this day, this happened over. Oh my gosh, this happened over 10 years ago, over 15 years ago. It's been so long. But I still have moments of conviction. I still have moments that I feel disgusted by myself and say, I cannot believe I did that. I'm not worthy of nothing because of that sin that I committed. It's not worth it. Don't do it. Stop it. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Stop where you are and turn back to God. God will give you every single thing that you need. Every ounce of joy, every piece of peace, everything you will get from him. And not only will you get it from him, it will be real. It will not be counterfeit. It will not be fake. It will fill the void. The void that you think is missing, the void that you feel within you, that is where God belongs. That is where God desires to live. So welcome him in and forget about this nonsense. So I know that today kind of like wasn't exactly how I was planning it. I don't even know how I was planning today to go, honestly. I really don't. All I know is I wanted to read this to you guys because I feel that it was necessary. And at the end of the day, we're all human, right? And if you know somebody that is in this situation and you've never been in this situation, instead of judging them, how about you have a conversation with them? How about you ask them, What would make you think, that this is okay? Is it something that we could talk about? Like, do you not know how much God loves you? You don't have to deal with this. Think about the other person's perspective. Instead of going and dogging them out to your friends, talk to them. Be there for them. Support them until they come out of this situation. Because no matter what, honey, we all fall short. Okay? Whether it's messing with a married man, messing with a married woman, messing with multiple women, messing with multiple men, whether it's stealing, whether it's lying, whether it's killing, no matter what it is, we fall short. But it is our responsibility as fellow people to pull the other person out. Okay? So, if you're still here, I first want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. If you haven't already done so, subscribe. And if you enjoy this content, go ahead and hit that like. Also, share and hit that notifications bell so that you will not miss another video. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. And until next time, God bless you and have an amazing week. Okay, bye.